At approximately 6:30 p.m., we had a call of
AM?
at 6:30 a.m. We had a call involving a domestic dispute. Officers responded on scene, made contact with three children who were attacked by their father with a alleged weapon was a baseball bat. The children had sustained minor injuries on their head. They made it outside of the home and went to a neighbor's house where they called 911. Officers responded on scene. At this time, the officers had noticed that the front and the side entrance of the home was barricaded, and the father was still inside. At the time, it was reported that he still had a baseball bat as his weapon. SWAT arrived on scene. SWAT had negotiated for quite some time. They made entry with a low-level explosive. They apprehended the suspect and removed the remaining child outside the home who was uninjured. And the suspect was brought into custody. He was unharmed as well.
Unarmed? He never had a gun?
It's still under investigation what weapon was recovered inside the home. But at this time, he was arrested by SWAT without further incident.
Can you give the ages of the children?
At this time, I cannot. But they are all four minors.
So one of your SWAT members actually rescued the child and brought her out?
Well, portions of how that actually is still under investigation, but upon entry, during the negotiation, SWAT made entry, and they were able to get the child outside of the home before the other suspect was apprehended. So I don't know the exact timeline of how it happened, but they did get the child out the home right before they arrested the suspect.
Was she removed before the low-level explosives?
She was removed afterwards.
Can you describe the suspect?
At this time, I do know that he is a white male. That's all I can give you at this time.
Did he ever threaten? Is this his daughter?
These are believed to be his children, yes.
Did he ever threaten that last one? I think you all said he hit the other three with a bat.
Yes, he attacked his first three children with a baseball bat. It's unknown at this time if he did injure her. I mean, of course, the child made it out the house without injury, so of course, we know that she was not injured, but we do not know if he ever had threatened to injure her at some point during the negotiation.
Can you confirm his name is James Tidwell?
I would have to check on that. I can't confirm it at this time, but I do believe that was the name being used as our SWAT officers were in the middle of negotiations with the suspect. James Tidwell.
Can you talk at all about his state of mind, what he said to your negotiators? Because everyone in the community has said he's a wonderful father, very attentive, and this is out of character.
Well, our negotiators are professionals, so at this time, I'd like to leave that portion of the investigation undisclosed. Of course, I give our command staff, our responding officers, and our SWAT team a lot of thanks and credit because they ended this, of course, in a safe manner. And the last child, who we were concerned about, was removed out of the home, and she is safe and unharmed, and we're thankful for that.
You know anything about him losing his job last week?
I do not know of that.
And there was no other adult in the home?
No, he was the only adult inside the home at the time of his apprehension.
Now, was the school across the street locked down or anything like that?
You'd probably have to follow up with APS for additional details, but I can confirm after the SWAT standoff did happen, or the gentleman or the suspect had barricaded himself, the school was placed on lockdown in safety for the students.
Did the children give any kind of motive as to why the dad assaulted them?
The children have not. Of course, you know, they're young and they were attacked. They were, of course, were shaken up and scared. So we just got them treatment as soon as possible, and that portion of the investigation, it does remain ongoing. So at this time, I cannot advise of that.
When you say young, they're all under 17?
They're all minors. I could advise that.
So are the other three still at Grady, or there?
It's unknown at this time. You'd probably have to contact the hospital to follow up. I know that upon the children being checked on and rendered by Grady, rendered aid. I do not know their condition at this time. You'd probably have to follow up with Grady just for a checkup.
Do you know what the charges would be against them?
At this time, I do not know. Still under investigation, but I assume there'd be a lot after today.
How old is Mr. Tidwell?
That I do not know at this time.